Hello everyone, today I'm going to bring you something new-ish and in the process of doing it I'm going to create a new playlist. This is about traps. Now this right here is a box that basically has TNT and stuff in it and you can't disarm it. So if somebody breaks one of these blocks, any of the blocks around here, it's going to explode. Now I say this is somewhat a new idea because really Seth Bling did a tutorial over how to do this. He did it a while back and it was before 1.5, and now that there's 1.5 there's a little bit easier way to do it, and that's pretty much what I'm highlighting in this video. So because it's Seth Bling's design, I've decided to keep the same box structure that he has with the question mark and stuff on it. You can do whatever design that you want, but this is literally in tribute to what he originally made. Okay, so let's begin here. This is the idea. You break any of the blocks, doesn't matter what it is. Pistons inside retract, and the TNT explodes. Okay, and it literally doesn't matter what block that's broken, so I have a few tests for that. And, it does take a little bit while to explode. That's basically because of the way the TNT explodes. It gives a certain amount of seconds before anything happens, things like that. There we have it. That was my 3 explosions for this video. Okay, so this is what it looks like without the wrapper on it. And it's basically just a little box, has a whole bunch of TNT in it, and there's a little redstone torch and stuff like that. Now, the wrapper is necessary because I can disarm this trap by just doing that. I destroyed the redstone torch on the inside, so none of the TNT went off. So you want the wrapper around it, the whatever. So the principle of how I'm going to make this work is you need the pistons to just continually stick out, right? And you can do it the way Seth Bling did it if you want. It's just much more difficult to do. Basically, well, let me show you how I came up with this. Whenever you have just a row of them on there, if you destroy it, I messed up and did it the wrong way. If you destroy it this way, everything stays out. But when you destroy the last block, it goes in. Now, that being said, if you put a second line of redstone blocks across the top and destroy it, they'll stay out no matter what, and then they'll stay out whenever you destroy the top ones as well. And when an item gets placed or destroyed, it updates. So we're going to use this combination with something on the inside to do the initial TNT explosion, which is basically like this. You have TNT, we're going to have a block in there with a redstone torch on it, and whenever something's destroyed or placed or whatever, it could be destroyed in our case, it sets off the TNT. Okay, and that's the basis of it. Now I'm going to show you a step-by-step on how to build it. Putting the wrapper around it, which is makes it a little more difficult to do, but can be done, obviously. And then I will also show you one other way to disarm the trap that I know of, or at least I'm pretty sure it will disarm it. The TNT will explode, but nothing will get damaged, we'll put it that way. Okay, so we place our row here, in the middle, and here. All facing, it doesn't matter which way they're facing, as long as it covers the entire floor once it's extended. And this is the bottom part that we will want to get updated in order that if they destroy on the bottom, it'll still set everything off. Okay, the first floor is pretty simple. We do basically what I showed you on the obsidian platform over there, and then you just destroy the redstone blocks underneath here, but do not destroy the top ones. That's the key to this. And then place your, well, no, don't place your wrapper yet, I lie. Okay, so then you need a border basically. I'm going to do this right here for the ease of making it, but technically speaking, you could do some sideways pistons right there and do another row of this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out Seth Bling's tutorial. It will allow you to have a little more room to place TNT if you want, but not a whole lot. So, and I don't think it's necessary. But you can basically do this on the other side if you want. Okay, now we're going to start placing our TNT. So, concept is a sticky piston with TNT on it, and then underneath the redstone blocks, a block and a redstone torch. Now, be careful because you don't want to place that redstone torch next to the TNT. And then, basically, you can fill any free spot other than that with pistons or with TNT or whatever. Don't put the TNT here. The redstone block will light it, and that's not what you want. So, yeah. So place it here. Here, do not place here. This will be lit by this redstone torch if you do. Do it like that. Okay, so that's another layer down. And now we can place a wrapper around it. Like I said, you can do any design you want. This is just going around. By the way, the base is a 6x6 square. That's the basis of how this is all working. It's going to end up being a 6x6x6 cube when everything is done. Okay, and then you just bring it another layer up, making sure not to place these redstone blocks on top of the TNT. Destroying like we did before. Okay, and then you're ready for the next layer. Now, as always, put your border around it. You need a border. If you don't have the border, then there's nothing for the blocks to update whenever they destroy one of these blocks. Or there's no way for the pistons to update when one of these are destroyed. Another note to be careful on, now that we've built this, don't destroy any of these bottom blocks or any of this one right here. They will go off. Actually, this one probably won't go off. This row right here in the bottom, though, will make this thing go off right now, and it is loaded and will go off. Okay. So, for the sake of putting something in this middle spot, I'm going to place pistons. You don't really need to place anything, but it makes it to where I don't accidentally place something in there later that will set off all the below pistons going off and stuff like that. So it's literally for my sake. Now the other thing to note is that we got this piston in the middle here now. Okay, now it is extended, but if I place something on top of it, it's going to retract, which isn't what we want. So just place another redstone block right above it, and you're good. And now you can place TNT again, just like that. And on this one, do not place TNT in this middle. Again, it will make it go off, but it will also make all these pistons extend. That isn't what we want. So place TNT, and you can go over that hole, but not inside of it. Okay, now let's build our wrapper again. Okay, now once again, extend everything up. Including the one that we placed here. Got to be extended as well. And then destroy. It's a pretty repetitive process, but one wrong move and you blow up. So be careful. Okay. Once again, make sure you have the border. It's very important to have. Okay. There we go, completed border. And then on this one, because we're not going to be placing anything here, because it will update the bottom piston, this one isn't necessary anymore. Now that being said, that means you can place TNT here, but not down here, because you don't want to update anything. Also, once again, for the sake of putting something in the middle, so I'll place something there later, I'm going to place pistons. Okay, and then you can fill this entire row as well. And then place your border. Now if you don't want to make the box this big, or if you don't want to even make it a cube, you don't have to. But that's just how I'm doing it for this tutorial, because I think it looks better, personally. Okay, and let's move it up again. Okay, now this is going to be the last row that actually has anything in it, like the TNT and stuff like that. I'll show you what I mean. This is basically the top part of the question mark, and we still want to put something in here. So we might as well do some more TNT, right? I mean, why not? Ugh, I messed up. Oof, almost bad. Okay, so got to put our middle pistons. Once again, put all the TNT down the middle. You can put a lot of TNT in here. Somebody's not going to survive if that goes off next to them, basically. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and place our blocks. Okay, and once again, move the signal up. And then this now is our top layer, and all we need is a solid wall of pistons. So basically it needs to look just like the bottom did. So, there you go. This one's a little more tricky because we can't move the redstone blocks that are there, but we need to place pistons underneath them and make sure they extend the same way that all these other ones are. So you just stand back, you can click in that back corner there of the piston. Make sure not to click on one of these redstone blocks. I have a feeling that will mess up because it will push one of these out of the way. It may not do anything, but to be on the safe side, I just wouldn't do it. Extending. Okay, and then build your area around it. And now we're on the top layer. And basically you got to do this one more time to make sure those pistons stay extended. Right. Destroy your bottom layer again, just like before. And then still don't remove those top blocks because you still need a wrapper on the top, right? So in my case, I'm going to decide where I want that question mark to be. And then I basically just have to fill in between the redstone blocks, which is pretty annoying, but the redstone blocks have to be there. Okay, and now that our wrapper is completely done, you can destroy the redstone blocks, being very careful not to destroy any of the wool, and you have yourself an explosive little box. Okay, so now that it's built, I'm going to show you one more way that I think will disarm it, even when it's like this. And there's a few ways. Technically speaking, if they knew where the redstone torch area was, they could drop an anvil into the TNT and it would stop it. However, I think because of the amount of TNT and pistons and stuff that we put like that, I don't think the anvil can fall in there. The other alternative is to get water. If TNT is in water, it doesn't explode. Same thing kind of goes, well, it does explode, but it doesn't damage anything, right? So if the person you're trying to prank or whatever places water across the entire top of the thing, like so, right? And then they break an area on the top at least. This may or may not fix it. Let's see. I think it will stop things from exploding. Or not exploding, but... Well, looky there. It didn't. Okay, so the only way to disarm this, it looks like, would be to literally... Oh, look. That's funny. Anyway, is to know exactly how it was built. Because technically speaking, if they knew how it was built, like say this thing had a wrapper on top of it, right? If they knew how it was built, they could reverse build it. So like if they knew that all this had to be here, and all of this was still extended, when they broke these blocks, the pistons would stay extended, kind of like how they re-extended when I had it like that. So they could do this and reverse build it until they were able to destroy the torch or whatever they wanted to do. Yeah. I hope you liked the video. In the event that you did, it'd be great if you could hit the like button below. And if you really liked it, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe. There should be a link to it in the bottom middle-ish portion of your screen now. In the event that you didn't like much about it, I'd like to know what you didn't like. So if you could, just post that in the comments below or send me a private message. I really don't care either way, but I'd like to fix it if I truly feel that it is a problem. Okay, so if you want to see more, on the left side of your screen you should see a video link to a 1 second to 1,193,046 hours clock in Minecraft 1.5. It uses command blocks. It's pretty cool. And then on the right side of your screen you should see a video link to a compact smooth stone generator that you can do in Minecraft 1.5. It's I think it's a 4x5 footprint and 2 to 3 blocks high, so really small. Anyway, thanks for watching. Later.